Welcome back, everyone. Bart and Jennifer Mills back with us today. They're movie reviewing. They did Don't Worry, Darling. I know, Bart, you were very excited because Harry Styles is in this.
I'm a Zapp guy, really, but, as long as One Direction's involved, I'm there.
It's like you thought it was a musical, which got you interested. Okay, so it's got this, and I'm only basing this off the trailer. It's got this weird, creepy Stepford Wives kind of thing going on. Bart, kind of explain what the plot is. What's going on there?
Well, you should explain the plot. I think she gets it better than I do.
All right. So the central character is Alice. And Alice is, played by Florence Pugh and married to Harry Styles. And they live in this 1950s company town. The company is the Victory Project, which Harry works for the Victory Project. And he's not allowed to say anything about the company. He's not allowed to tell what they do. It's a big secret. And they all live in this perfect little utopian community. Cracks start to form. And Alice starts to question everything about this town, about the company. She thinks something sinister is going on and starts investigating, what's really happening.
I got you. And, it seems like there's been kind of tinges of this plot done in other movies, but I get the sense that others may know there's something sinister lurking too, Bart, and they think, hey, you know what? Leave well enough alone. Everything's good here. Why are you messing with this?
Yeah, Chris Pine plays sort of the villain in this. He's he's sort of a guru / CEO of this company, and he obviously knows what's going on behind the path, and so does everybody. All the men in the community obviously know what's going on behind the curtain, and so they all know better than to question. So it's kind of there's a very Stepford Wives vibe to it, a touch of the Matrix thrown in, but the best piece of it all is the Mad Men of it all. It's really
it's very Mad Men.
It's a beautiful set piece. The set design is absolutely gorgeous. It's shot in Palm Springs. It looks beautiful. And the director, Olivia Wilde, really knows how to shoot a movie. It is pretty to look at.
Jennifer, he brings up a very good point. Olivia Wilde, is she kind of one of those up-and-coming directors because she's having some early success here?
Well, she did Booksmart, which was a real popular movie, one of our favorites in 2019. So this is the second movie that she's directed. She's trying to get into the sci-fi mystery thriller genre, and she's not quite there yet. It kind of misses the mark on a couple of notes. Like Bart said, it's a pretty movie to look at. It was a lot of fun. The twist was good, but she's just not quite there. There are people who are comparing this to like a white woman's Get Out. And I wouldn't go there because she is certainly not on Jordan Peele's level. But there are those comparisons.
If you guys were to, I don't want to say fix this movie, if you were to do something different to kind of get it to where you wanted it to be, what are some of the angles you might have changed a little bit?
Well, the old story is the show don't tell. And so this is her sophomore effort. A lot of young writers, a lot of young directors, they have a tendency to give you this sort of dump of background and story all at once. And she does that quite a bit throughout. There's some edit fails in here. Obviously, there was some stuff that we should have seen as a viewer and we didn't get to see it. So then when the big unveil comes at the end, it comes out of nowhere at some level because you weren't dragged along for the conversation. And then part of this is I really believe she was trying to go for a satire here. But with satire, again, you have to give the audience some credit for understanding it. First off, there's almost no humor here.
No.
And you also have to be able to give them something that they don't expect to see coming, but enough intelligence, appreciate their intelligence enough to allow them to come to that conclusion. She's not doing that at all. So I think she misses the mark on that. And then, frankly, in this movie, we have Florence Pugh, who is a brilliant actress. We have Chris Pine, who is doing his very best kind of at sort of a one-note piece. But then we have Harry Styles, who, as much as you and I both love One Direction and our boy bands, he's not an actor. And his career, for a guy who's this popular in the world, he has no charisma whatsoever. So That's a real huge failure for the movie because he plays a central role.
All right, guys. As always, we thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Good talking with you. We'll be back after this.